What's up, traders? 3 total trades today on 2 tickers. Let's get to it. All right, MS is through 51 here. Let's see if we get a little bit of a squeeze through 51. There we go. Waiting for the jiggle. We're going to be in this a little bit late. Felt the jiggle up a little higher, but a little hesitant to hit it there. It was right around this area. I was kind of risking off that 5140. I wasn't sure if it was actually going to go through that area or not. Let's see what it does. Lots of resistance right there at that 5140 area. Let's go ahead and put 20 shares at 89 here. See if we can't get that filled. It's coming down now. 93, 92, 89. There we go. Got the fill there for 20. So we got about 33% of our position left. Put the stop at high of day for now. No, actually put it at break even. All right, we took some off, so we put it at break even. GME here, right off the scanner. Nice little move. See if we can get through 13. Looks like David has it up. Brian says he's in. I'm looking for this push through 13. I feel like it's right there. It tested it once. I feel like we're going to at least try it. The pop through, that is. If we get an actual squeeze, that's a different story. Like if I could actually type. There we go, through. Nice little squeeze. All right, right there. Got 18. Man, thought we were getting like 21. It's okay. Nice, coming back down. Just keeping my finger on the button here. I was looking for that quick flush through 13. I'll go ahead and put the order in though, just in case. Put it at 95. Just look for that quick flush down through 13. It's about 50%. Nice, coming down. 96, 95. We're on the bid. No fill. We're going to take half there. See if we can't get this to continue back down. That was a little frustrating. We were on the bid. Couldn't get filled. Coming back down. Just trying 13. Just trying to hold it as support now. See high day. We're just going to go ahead and take it off. Look to re-enter if it wants to squeeze up towards 1350 here. It wants to see 25 on the ask. We're going to go ahead and just take it. There it is. All right. So we're out there. Nice little squeeze through. See if it wants to continue or fake out. It's not our job to figure that out. We'll just kind of be out of it and we'll re-enter if we get a nice little squeeze here. If it wants to fake out too and come back down in that range, we might actually jump back in as well. Here we go. Speaking of which, let's see what it does here. Make sure I don't actually miss it this time. Does appear to be struggling here. We're going to jump back in at 16. Looking for this to come back down to 13 again. So we've been extra patient with this one. Let's see if we can finally come down and get this 13 test. I'm not really interested in it anymore. We didn't really get that push up to 1350 for the ad like we wanted. Oh, and there we go. All right, so quick fill there on the drop for the test of 13 on GME. We're all out of that one. So MS has been trying to test this 51 area. I wish it would just kind of go through and figure out what it's going to do. Okay, as I say that, goes right through 51. Well, not right through. I mean, it went through. It's kind of chilling, which is a good thing. That usually means we're not going to get that squeeze that I was afraid of. We're sitting at break even. 51.14 is our break even. So we just kind of front ran it a little bit in case we get slippage. And of course, here's the squeeze that I just said we probably weren't going to get. I was looking for this thing to kind of all day fade for the rest of the day, at least get back down there towards 50 with the remaining shares we had, but it's looking like it wants to possibly take us out first. So far it missed us by a couple pennies. It's not looking good. We're not getting that shot back down to 51 like we would hope. Oh, there we're on the ask for a second. We're on the ask again. Oh, we did get filled. I was gonna say we didn't get filled, but yeah, we did get filled. All right, so that kind of sucks. It always sucks to get stopped out on like a squeeze type candle, because the odds are that could be the top, and yeah, might end up being a little bit of a frustrating one. All right, traders, that was my trades. I did have one trade that we actually missed because we tried to get short, and it took a little while, I guess, for DOS to update the shares that were available, because when we first pulled it up, there were some available, not that many, and then we tried to short it and we got denied. But I can show you guys the trade log just to let you guys see it. But starting off with GME here, nothing too special. We scroll out, we had these previous resistance areas from yesterday, and then when we scroll in, you see a nice little pop right through those. Pretty much hit the top of this candle perfectly. Felt for the jiggle through 13. Covered most of our shares there. We actually missed the full cover by a penny, or actually we were on the bid, but I went back and looked, and the last print was one penny above that, so that was a little frustrating. Today was kind of another story of pennies, but anyways, we put our stop for the rest right there at high of day, and as it went high of day, we jumped out expecting this to go up and test 1350. However, it didn't do that. It actually went right up to 1331, completely faked out, came right back down into that range, and I said, okay, this is still really nice and extended. I wanted more from this to begin with. That's why we were trying to hold leftovers, so I jumped back in, basically saying we're still extended, but since we were out of the position anyways, we were basically just restarting that same position, looking for that same pop up to 1350 if it wanted to give it to us. As you can see, it did try, didn't quite give it to us, and we ended up taking it off down here at the 13 test because I didn't quite like this. I wanted that 1350 test to get an ad, and we never got it, so it was kind of fiddling around this area, and we finally got a nice drop. We put an order out there at 1302 and basically bottom ticked that candle before it popped back up, and then it ultimately did end up going down all the way to 1285 afterwards. So faded a little bit more after that, but as you can see, it did go up the high day. I didn't really like the way this was trading. It was really fighting to come back down, and then it would squeeze back up, fighting to come back down, and squeeze back up. And when you tend to see those, they're the ones that tend to squeeze the hardest, so I wasn't really trying to get in the way. Then down to MS. This one was more of looking for previous resistance to act as resistance again from yesterday. This one kind of gapped down a little bit and then made a move, and I was really, really hopeful that we were going to catch an all-day fader with our remaining shares here, because how often do you see these trades where they have a high, they come up, test that same high, and then they realize we're not getting through it, so we just fade the rest of the day. And unfortunately, that's not what we got. And even more unfortunate was how we stopped out. But the initial trade wasn't too bad. We kind of missed the top there at 51.30. Probably should have been in around 51, over 51.20. You guys saw that in the live trade. Just kind of, we saw the jiggle and we kind of hesitated on our entry. We didn't get filled there until 51.14. It did end up going a little bit higher right to that line from yesterday at 51.38. And it ultimately came down. We saw we were right around half the move, and VWAP was coming up, so we took off most of our position here, and we were looking for this thing to just bounce over, and it kept trying to use 51 as resistance, and we just couldn't quite get it. And again, if we had a better entry here, our break-even point would have been higher, right? So this actually wouldn't have stopped us out. And take a look at this stop out, 51.12, and as high as it got, it did tick 1 penny higher on that next candle, 51.13, before ultimately trying to come down and test low a day again. And we definitely would have got our shares out, at least most of them, here when we realized that it was using this previous resistance from over here as support a second time. Definitely would have at least taken some off and maybe looked for it to continue to this bouncy ball effect, right? It was still in the bouncy ball, and right here is where that got broke. So this is when the trend changed right there. So until that point, there would have been no reason to get out, but unfortunately, it got us out right before that, because that's just our plan, right? We get in, we have a break. If we take some off, we're looking to stop out break even. We're not looking to give anything back, and that just so happened to be right where this decided to come up and test before trying to drop a little bit lower. And the other trade that we almost got was here on FRSX. On this move here, we really like the pop. Let me pull up the trade log real quick. It disappeared on me. There it is. So if we pull this up, you'll see it's kind of out of order now, but you'll see the send reject. At that time, there were shares saying it was available, but as you can see, this contract is not available. If I keep going, it would say short sale, but for some reason it's not letting me scroll any further. Try auto fit. You can kind of see it there. Let's go. Yeah, there you go. The contract is not available for short sale. So that was a little frustrating. As you can see, 117, but when I hit the button, you'll see that when I hit that, what is it? Is it 3 cents or is it? Yeah, it's 3 cents. So technically my order was at 120 when we hit it. And what was the top here? 123. So we were pretty close to the top when we hit it. We felt the jiggle. We were looking for this exact move all the way back down to maybe try to test that $1 area, because that's kind of what these things do. And that could have been a nice little trade, but unfortunately we didn't get any fill, and so be it. So that's all I got. A pretty decent day, I guess, considering. About 0.33Q, obviously not what we're looking for as far as overall, but just trading what we can get this week. And like I said, it's been kind of a rough week, and really kind of looking forward to next week. As you can see, GME is actually popping back up here. And hopefully we can kind of get back on track with just, our mindset. I will say music's been helping a little bit in the morning. But yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. So again, don't forget to like and subscribe. Appreciate the support. If you have any questions or comments, leave those down below. You can always jump in the Discord, always in there. You can always ask some questions to the guys that are in there. Any time of day too, I'll try to answer as well if you have any questions, or you can just leave them on the video here. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.